So today I'm going to show you how to install the PB Gateway Whisper Drive. It's a hot new thing for the EMF100. It helps with a little bit more air capacity inside the chamber, and it makes it so you get better shot consistency as far as like your feet per second. Then also it's quieter too, which is a great plus, right, to an already quiet marker. Some other benefits are lower operating pressure, so you can kind of dig to the bottom of your tank and get the most shots out of it, which really matters, especially when you're using those small like 13, 15, 17 CI tanks, even the 9s. If you're looking for a 9, we have those available in the HR Tactical shop. So you know, you'll be able to dig to the bottom of your tank and get the most out of it, most shot count. So they, speaking of shot count, they said that it gets about an extra mag off of the EMF, so another extra 20 shots, which, you know, maybe that doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, every first strike counts. But before we get to this a little bit, I want to talk about some of the stuff I got on here. So this is an ADM drum mag, so obviously we're gonna have to take that off here, but this holds 42 rounds. Nice fun toy there to add on to your EMF. Got the HRTI Man-O-War mag release. It's nice and sturdy, never gonna break on you. It's actually probably a little stronger than the stock body even, actually, so you're not gonna have to worry about any kind of cracking eventually with like FDM, like household prints that you see, or even stuff with like carbon fiber. You're gonna see like layers where it separates, and this is like fused plastic, so it's nice and sturdy there. Then also we got the extension for the handguard on here, made out of the same plastic again. Working lock slots on it, kind of slims up the body, makes it nice, fits around the Nemesis barrel like perfectly there for you. So it just kind of cleans up the look, opposed to that like open end cap there that most people run because they don't want to either manipulate their original body or want to run something shorter. So we have those available in 3 sizes too, so you can get a 1, 2, or 3 slot. First steps here, getting right into it, is you're going to make sure that your marker's degassed. Obviously your ammo's taken out like I did, not coming off the field, so I don't got any air in it. You're going to want to take this back cap off. So whether it be your air through system or your stock, the power stock there with the air tank, or just the back cap like I had on there, you're going to take that off and get it ready. So the first thing you're going to need is a 3/16 Allen key. That's going to fit into that back cap that's on there. Now some of the air through stocks have you take it off already, so it won't be on there, but you're just going to undo that back cap, keep unscrewing there for a while. You'll kind of feel it pop out, and it'll spin too for you. This is the easiest way to get it out. Once you're sure it's out of the threads, just kind of apply some downward pressure and pull out, and your bolt system will come out with it. Now that's really all you need for this to get the bolt, because this is all you really want to get to. So your next step is going to be to take a 5/32 Allen key, so a little size down. Take this back cap off, because you're going to put that on the new Whisper Drive. Set that aside, set this aside. So your next step here, just to unscrew by hand, might help just to kind of like grab your open areas there to see if something can grab onto. You can set this aside. This is the bolt and the valve body there. Now this is not finger tight. You are going to need an adjustable wrench. Look for the flat spot there. Put your wrench on there and just loosen it up. Now that should not be that tight on there. If it is, be careful, because you don't want to scratch anything. Pop that off. Now there is a spring in here, so carefully take that off your plunger. Pull it out, pop your spring out. Now as a little bonus, I got something here for you too. So this is the PB Gateway Hellfire Valve, but this is the 15 plus BPS Hellfire valve made out of brass. So, you know, I'm gonna actually show you how to install that too, just as a bonus. You know, who doesn't like to do a little burst of fire, especially when you got a 42 round drum to play with. Really do some damage on the field. So you're gonna want to make sure you lube those O-rings. Now to get this out of here, you might be able to just like use your finger. I got kind of fat fingers, so not sure if I'll be able to. But sometimes you can pop your original valve out. If you can't, I just recommend that you take a Allen key, kind of stick it in there, get it on the ledge. Now probably an O-ring pick would be your best bet, because you don't want to scratch this ANO again, just like I mentioned before. But you're gonna pop that old valve out, especially because that's like a travel area for your plunger. You really don't want to scratch it. Now to open up the goods here. Whisper drive. All right, so first step, of course, get this thing lubed up and ready to go. Shouldn't need too much. This isn't really a mobile part. It's just to keep those O-rings moisturized so they don't crack or bend or warp, causing an air leak. It's okay if you get a little bit of lube inside those holes, because air will blow it out and make a use of it, so you're good there. Careful when you're working with this thing. It does have a little bit, it's deburred, but the threads are nice and sharp. It's got very accurate milling, so I want to slice your finger open on that. So you can drop your Hellfire valve into this too. It seems a little shorter actually. I get my finger in there. All right. Same as before. Grab your plunger, put your pin in. Now, when you put a Hellfire valve in, it's important to remember lock bolts kind of give it some trouble sometimes, so you can try it. And then also your aftermarket trigger mods like the Deadly Winds definitely give it trouble. I'm not sure about the 3-way valve from PE, but definitely the Deadly Winds one. So that's assembled there. I'm gonna pop this back on, give this a hand tight. Again, you want to use your wrench on the other part, make sure it's on. Nice open valve there, so you got a lot of space. Pop that back cap back on. Gonna grab your 5/32 wrench again. This Hellfire valve will be burnt in no time. Give a little burt on that hat. Make sure your bolt's good. Set this aside, don't need those parts anymore. Sell them for spares, keep them okay for backup. Gonna drop your bolt system back in, make sure it's in all the way. Grab that bigger Allen wrench key, that 3/16, pop it back in, give her a spin. She's ready to go. As you can see, get a little bit of that cotton candy color coming through. Your pink and blue, just a little stripe there. Looks good. It's ready to shoot. So keep following our page or YouTube. We're gonna be putting out a shooting video, decibel meter. You know, we have a clock, Virtue Clock 66 for the most accurate chrono available there, so it'll map it all out for us, so we show our shot-to-shot variation, so we can see our peaks and our lows and our outliers, and give it a good test, see how it goes, see how it affects your air. You really get the most out of it. Maybe update it to, maybe update this bolt system so it can compete with like the new bolt system, that OP core from the 180R and the CS3. If you're into speedball, you've probably seen those cores. That's all she wrote. Pretty simple process. It's my first video in a little bit, so you know, I hope you guys like the little how-to quickly before we get to the big show with all the testing with the Whisper valve. But I invite you to come check out our website, hrtacticalin.com. or you can type out our full business name too, get there. Lots of good stuff on there. You can order parts made by me. I've got a lot of other parts up there too from other companies, some gear, rad and stuff all the time. So make sure you follow our page and all of our socials. You can get to my Linktree profile, get to everything, like the YouTube. But we're going to be doing a lot more of this, and there's definitely a lot more to come on the site. There's new vendors adding every week, so lots of exciting stuff, and happy to get things moving here.